Hey guys, it's Basil, and welcome back to another video of Fanficverse. So, this Roblox game that I'm currently on is called Project Superstellars. It's basically another Roblox fan game of Miraculous Ladybug, similar to that Guardians of Paris game I showed you in one of my previous videos, where I did a walkthrough of Cat Blanc's abilities, but this time we're going to be doing something different because this game is way different from Guardians of Paris. It doesn't have as many Miraculouses available as Guardians of Paris does, but it does have enough Miraculous. But I do want to let you guys know that I don't have all the game passes yet, but I do have the necessary game passes that are necessary for this video. Right. So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you the powers and abilities of the Ladybug and Black Cat Miraculous, as well as the unification of them. Alright, so first up, let's start with the Ladybug Miraculous. But as you guys can see, I technically have both the Ladybug earrings and the black cat ring on currently, but they just look that way because I set them to the color cyan or light blue when they're in camouflage mode. Alright, let's do this. Tiki, spots on. Alright, we have transformed, and I am now Battlebug. Now, the costume looks pretty cool. It's originally based off from Cat Noir's Mr. Bug suit, but only like season 6 redesigned, and the mask doesn't fit my eyes properly, but it still looks cool. And my blue hair dye turned red, which is also pretty cool. Okay, so the way how this works is that instead, much like Guardians of Paris, there are different buttons on the side of the screen that you can press to do the different abilities, because I pressed E, which caused me to transform. The Q button is the relic menu, gives you the option to switch to a secondary jewel, give their jewel to someone else, or renounce your jewel. But we're not going to renounce it yet. But for the rest of the buttons, the rest of the buttons that say 1, 2, and 3 determine your different abilities with the Miraculous. So for 1, there's my Lucky Charm. 2 is Restoration, when I throw the Lucky Charm in the air and repair damage after fighting a villain. And 3 is the De-Evilize button, but that only works if there's an Akuma nearby, but since it's just me on the private server, I won't be able to fight an Akumatized villain to show you this guy, but hopefully I will do that in a future video. Alright, so if we press the 1 button, it should activate my Lucky Charm. Alright, so I have now received, my Lucky Charm is a photograph. Kind of looks like a guy and his dog, which is kind of cute. But the way how, but in unlike Guardians of Paris, Project Superstellars doesn't have that many Lucky Charm items in the game yet. It only has a few minor items like a sports car, a buggy car, and this photograph I'm holding, as well as a wrench. But they should be able to update it in the future. But luckily, I have faith in them. Okay, so, but one cool thing that I should mention is that even, like I said before, I don't have all the game passes yet, but I do have the upgraded powers game pass, so I can use my power multiple times without having to transform back. So, if I press 1 again, it should give me a new Lucky Charm. Oh my god, the photograph. But one other thing I forgot to mention about the Lucky Charm is that it can actually give you the same thing multiple times in a row. Come on, just anything but a photograph. Okay, now that's definitely new. The Lucky Charm has given me a sports car. And apparently, I can drive it too. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected, but I didn't crash. Alright, let's drive around. And when you're driving this thing, and if you're playing on a computer on this game, and you're driving this car, while you press the left shift button to use your nitro, which is really fast. No, don't crash. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we didn't crash into the glass pyramid at the Louvre. It's a precious heirloom. Alright, so, but we do have a lot more wide open space here. So, let's press 1 again, and it should give me another lucky charm. Oh my god, another sports car. Don't want to do that. No, not again. Okay, guys. It took me a lot of tries, but we finally got another lucky charm. This time it's a wrench. Alright, so I've already done enough of a demonstration with the lucky charm power. Now if I press number 2, I'll throw my lucky charm in the air, and it'll make magic ladybugs fly all over the city and repair any damage. But I haven't actually damaged anything at all, so but it's still cool. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Miraculous Battle Bug! Oh my god, that looks cool. It it pretty much has even better effects than in Guardians of Paris. But if anyone who's a creator or a scripter or editor of the Guardians of Paris game, if you're watching this video, I'm deeply sorry that you had to hear that, but I mean you no harm. Now that you guys have just witnessed the powers and abilities of the Ladybug Miraculous, I will now be showing you the powers and abilities of the Black Cat Miraculous. And like I said earlier, if you're playing this game on a computer or PC, the E button is how you transform. Or you can simply just tap on, or if you're playing on mobile, like a tablet or a phone, you can easily just press it right here. Alright, but enough said. It's time to transform. Plague claws out. Awesome. The background music is as awesome as ever. Alright, so I have now transformed into Ninja Noir. Totally accurate name, by the way. Okay, so much like the other Miraculous, we do have increased speed and agility, but now it's time to show you guys the powers. Okay, so the abilities we have, the Black Cat Miraculous actually only has 2 abilities in the game so far. There's the Cataclysm and Nullification. Nullification, it's pretty extreme, and you need the upgraded powers game pass to do it. But I do have the pass, but I'll show you it later. All right, so if I press 1, it should activate my power. Alright, so we just activated our power, and we now have this black glowy sphere in our hand. So every time I activate the superpower, or every time I click on a building, it should be able to destroy it. Alright, so if I click on this one right here, it should be destroyed. Yep. It was a bit quick, and the sound effects are a bit hard to hear, but it's pretty good. Alright, so, but with the upgraded powers game pass, we should be able to destroy a bunch more. So, let's just keep doing it. Alright, we'll destroy this one. Next, we're going to destroy this one. And next, this one. Bye-bye, building. Okay, and now I'm going to show you guys the nullification ability. Now, to use the nullification ability, you have to make sure that your Cataclysm is activated, but you don't destroy a building, though. Alright, so once you have your Cataclysm in your hand, you don't press or on any buildings. So once the Cataclysm is activated, you don't touch any buildings, and you press the number 2 button. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's getting bigger. Oh my god. Miraculous Ninja Noir. Oh my god, that is huge. Now, according to Miraculous Season 6, whenever Canavar uses that ability now, it does allow him to destroy other buildings without having to touch them now that his Cataclysm powers have been upgraded. But in this game, it doesn't actually destroy multiple buildings at once. It just looks really cool, and it actually turns everything black and white to other players on the game that are affected by it, but it's still pretty cool. Alright. Miraculous. It's time to try the ultimate process in unifying them so that we can have both their powers combined. Alright, first up, I'll transform with one jewel so that I can unify the other. Tiki, spots on! Alright, we're now transformed into Ladybug, and in order to switch to the other jewel, you go into the relic menu, like I showed you earlier, and you press swap to secondary relic, but we're just going to call it Miraculous. And then, even though you're already transformed with one jewel, you press the transform/E button, and it should unify. Alright, Tiki, flag, unify! Alright, and we have now been transformed into the one and only Battle Noir. Now, this is actually one of my favorite unifications, because it's literally the Miraculous owned by the two main characters of the show, Marinette and Adrian. But even though they don't know each other's identities, having their combined Miraculous powers is a really cool combo to have, especially with the upgraded powers Game Pass. Alright, so, but now that we're unified with both the Miraculous now, I should have both powers of creation and destruction now. So first things first, we're going to summon our Lucky Charm. Yay, it didn't summon the card the first time. Alright, so it gave me a wrench. But I'm going to try the other ability real quick. Now, one other cool feature about this unification is that the Cataclysm doesn't hurt other players or yourself, and it does, but one other cool thing is that it doesn't destroy the Lucky Charm, especially if it's in your hand. Alright, so we're going to tap on this building, and it should break down. And now we're going to use our restoration to fix these buildings. Miraculous Battle Noir! And just like that, the buildings are being restored. Voila. Alright. Well, guys, I'm afraid that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you definitely did, don't forget to smash the like button, give lots of views, be free to leave a comment below if you describing how much you liked the video, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Peace out.